Okay, you guys, my video is gonna go by really fast today because I have a lot to say and not a lot of time to say. To answer Deanna's question, I've been to at least 10 midnight showings. I can't remember them all. I've been to all of the Harry Potter midnight showings since like the third movie, and then I've been to other midnight showings. I went to X-Men. I think I went to one of the Spider-Mans. I don't know. I've been to a lot of midnight showings. To answer Ashley's question, the cheesiest thing that I did in the past couple of weeks was a huge Harry Potter nerd went to Harry Potter midnight showing. My question for this week is on a scale of 1 to 100, what is your Harry Potter fanaticism? Okay, the rest of my video is going to be me picking apart and analyzing every single part of the awesomest Harry Potter movie that has yet to come out. If you guys haven't seen it or you don't like spoilers, stop watching now. First, the opening scenes of the movie where the main trio are all doing their preparations about to leave and, you know, go find all the Horcruxes and everything. And I think it was really good, and it set the stage for like the somber attitude towards this movie and how everything's about to change. Second, the Hedwig thing, I'm pretty sure that was like the most beautiful scene ever, because not only does Hedwig, you know, fly off, but then she comes back and she sacrifices herself for her master. But, you know, Harry has always treated her like she was a human, just like he treats every other magical creature. And I think it was a really good allusion to all of the creatures and the humans that are in the Harry Potter books, because they're all fighting for the same thing, at least, you know, all the good ones are. Okay, my third thing, Kreacher. You know, I really like how Kreacher redeems himself in the book, but that didn't really get to happen in the movie. And instead, they were all just like, hey, Kreacher, do this because we told you to. And that's kind of like the anti, you know, spew, you know, if you will, Society for the Protection of Elfish Welfare. That's anti-spew. But, you know, at least they brought back Dobby, and that was really good, and I'll talk about more of Dobby in a few minutes. Okay, next, the ministry sequence. I thought that was really hilarious, like just the acting was really funny, but I was really upset about how Harry didn't take Moody's eye, because he's supposed to take Moody's eye and then bury it in a kind of like remembrance, because they never found Moody's body, and yet he just left it there. That was just completely disgusting and wrong. I also liked how they kind of sped up the whole camping sequence, because we all know that in the book it took up like 30 chapters, them just running around and camping, and that was really boring, but they did it really well in the movies, except for the whole like let's fade to black every single time we switch a place. Okay, the dancing thing, I mean, like they needed it, you know, they needed to lighten everything up for a little bit, but it was kind of stupid. Godric's Hollow is where most of my issues come up. I mean, I thought the snake scene was really cool, and like everyone was freaked out, everyone in the theater was freaked out, like when we saw it, it was pretty awesome. Okay, but I didn't like that, you know, they didn't have the actual like statues of Lily and James, because I'm a huge Lily James advocate, but they didn't have that, and they also didn't have the plaque in front of the burned down house, and it was supposed to have like all these really good words like, Harry, we believe in you, and stuff like that, and I think they really should have used that. It was really beautiful. And, you know, the other thing that I really didn't like is Voldemort's supposed to show up at the end of that scene, and he's supposed to be thinking about how he was defeated the first time and how Lily and James sacrificed themselves, and that didn't happen, and I really wanted to see that. The Grindelwald scene with Voldemort, Grindelwald actually doesn't tell Voldemort where the Elder Wand is, and Voldemort has to figure it out himself, because it goes to the whole theme of redemption, and Grindelwald is redeemed at the end, but Voldemort is not. The Horcrux thing with Ron. First of all, let's call CGI on Emma Watson there, and second of all, okay, they totally looked like Edward Cullen. I really liked the entire Hallows sequence. I mean, it was a little long, but they really had to, you know, explain everything in depth kind of a thing. And I thought it was kind of like Tim Burton. Okay, I hated the fact that Wormtail didn't die. I mean, he totally deserves to die like a worse death than J.K. Rowling had him die in the books, but I really wish that he'd freaking died already. Okay, and so the ending was just completely great. I mean, Dobby's death puts everybody on like high alert and makes them righteously angry, and they're completely ready to fight. And then Voldemort at Dumbledore's grave creates this perfect atmosphere of like suspense and anticipation, and it makes it almost impossible to wait for the second installment, but you know, we have to.